Why do we want to promote made in Nigeria, made in Africa? Why is the question. I think the key thing about that is what Omoyemi spoke about earlier on, is the value chain and how do you make this sustainable, how do you give back to, that's why all that is there.
And you know, they've been talking earlier about understanding your target market. Who am I trying to address? And then you've got to determine what would actually appeal to them. Nobody here is going to be able to answer your unique selling point. And the reality is, you know, if I sit here even with an investment hat and there are hundreds, you know, over 100 of you, the question is, how do you distinguish yourself from the person next to you? What makes you special? What makes you different? What will make an investor invest in your business versus the next person, or a bank lend to you versus the next person? And this is something that you have to develop.
And we do quite a bit of work with She Trades and International Trade Center, and in measuring impacts. The impact is not only measured by the brand that you work with directly, the impact is measured from even the people who supply the zips, from the people who you buy buttons from. You know, if those people are, you know, making more money because you are making more money, then there's more money to go around.
Also made a decision early on that it would be a business that would be vertically integrated. What that meant was that we would start at some point in the value chain of the fashion industry, and we will expand to other parts of the value chain. So most of you know JZO, the menswear brand. And then we have a production house, and we're now in retail. So these are different sectors of the value chain. But we started off with JZO, the menswear brand, and decided to also expand to a women's wear brand, which is more of a horizontal integration. Now the question is why? Why are you all over the place? Why don't you just pick one thing and make the best of it? And the answer to that question is because I strongly believe that you should never start a business if your goal is not to make profit.
We're talking today about beyond creativity. From my perspective, I don't quite look at the creative side of things as much as other people do. For me, it's all about making sure I'm selling the pieces, and that's been my focus, and that will continue to be our focus.
In talking about beyond creativity, you've actually gotten to see people who, in my opinion, a lot of the co-panelists have been able to move from creativity into thriving businesses. And so what I think the takeaway from this is it difficult? Yes. Is it doable? Yes, it is. And I think that's the inspiring thing about having talks like this.
Basically, that you're creative, you can do this, but how do you push that beyond that particular point? For me, I focus on people understanding what a brand is, what people buy into. They don't buy into clothing alone, they buy into a product. So as a designer, think of this as a product. Now you can push numbers with that product.
What I was talking about today was my own experience running a fashion brand and why I decided to close. The biggest thing I hope that everyone that came here today takes away is the power of collaboration and the power of owning your own narrative.
Ó ṣá máa jó ó ṣá máa jíjó yẹn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀tún kó jíjó yẹn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ òsì.